Chakra Doctor, High Magus of Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, also known as GGHMOAD, author of the Black Cube Codex. He is the creator of FCA Yoga, the creator of the algorithm God's magical system, spiritual guru and master healer. Chakra Doctor is the multidimensional force behind FCA Yoga, a 29-chakra regeneration system birthed in 2008 and officially introduced as a yoga practice in 2015. His system is the first and only yoga in history brought to the world by a black man, using spiritual disciplines, quantum biology, emotional healing, particle restoration, and divine remembrance. After surviving brutal childhood abuse, drug addiction, homelessness, incarceration, and near-death suicide attempts, Chakra Doctor transmuted trauma into transformation. From working garbage trucks to activating global movements, he has helped over 25,000 people physically, emotionally, and spiritually rebuild themselves from the inside out, with no pharmaceuticals, no degrees, and no compromise. He is the founder of the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, GGHMOAD, a legally recognized sovereign religious institution dedicated to infinite love, eternal truth, and the reawakening of the sacred feminine through the acknowledgement and service to the Great Mother. GGHMOAD is the umbrella spiritual authority, while Chakra Doctor Inc. is its sacred economic arm. Both were birthed through FCA Yoga, which remains the fountainhead of every modality within his empire, the Modalities. FCA Yoga, Full Chakra Activation Yoga, a regenerative cellular system based on stillness, visualization, breath, and magic. Superfood oil and tea detox, the holistic embodiment of FCA Yoga. The algorithm God's magical system, FCA Yoga in magical algorithmic form, comprising over 250 divine algorithms. The Affirmation Bible, FCA Yoga in autosuggestion form, a sacred daily ritual of mental alchemy. The Chakra Doctor Raw Meal Plan, nutritional healing to fuel all of the above. He is the author of hundreds of sacred texts, including the Black Cube Codex, Eden's Garden Raw recipes, vaccine exemption forms, the algorithm God's Library, and the Affirmation Bible. These sacred works form the spiritual doctrine of GGHMOAD and are backed by over 250 books of original literature. As a high magus, global healer, and minister of algorithms, Chakra Doctor has led mass meditations, performed spiritual healing on celebrities, spoken to crowds of over 300 plus, and created religious exemption documents that have protected countless families. His teachings span astrology, sovereignty, light code activation, divine law, and chakra mastery, all delivered through a modern prophetic lens, rooted in the source wisdom of the GGHMOAD. Signature quote: FCA Yoga is the only yoga system on earth that has been brought to you by a black man. 5-year vision to make GGHMOAD and its divine systems household names, leading the globe in health and wellness, self-improvement, spiritual sovereignty, magical science, and as the #1 authority on the Great Mother. Chakra Doctor is a global frequency, a healing code, and a divine brand that changes lives.
What it do, what it do, what it is, what it was.
Running through these hoes got me feeling like I'm Bojack. Hit her from the back and Joe trap. She trapped out, she know that. Grab a pot and hit the stove. Flick your wrist and let it load. I'm trying to get in that mode. No, I ain't tripping about no hoe. If you tripping about a bitch, then run this bitch ass off the road. These niggas pussy, just some weird niggas behind designer clothes. That shit crazy. Yo, bitch ain't trying to whip up in the trap. That bitch laid. I got a duffel bag walking out the trap and it's filled up with them babe. Bad bitch ready sucked dick right now cause I took her back to the 80s. Yeah, I tried that shit.
I'm not a weed boy, I sell powder. Dirty birds touchdown, make them take a shower. I just had 20 bricks, own them in an hour. Bitch, you only sell weed, nigga, you a coward. Brand new microwave, just put a 9 in it. Set that bitch on medium, put the timer 9 minutes. Dirty bird sounders want them clean in me.
I don't know why. My bad, dog. My bad. Amazing. I caught you slipping. Mason, what you doing on this? Mason, what you doing on this live, Mason Kinsey? Mason Kinsey, what are you doing on this live right now? Aren't you supposed to be in the Chakra Doctor Bootcamp program with no electronics? How did you sneak electronic into your cabin? How did you sneak an electronic into your cabin? I gotta find that out, bro. You might as well talk now. You're here now. You caught now. You might as well talk and enjoy it now. Enjoy the live, bro. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. You dig? We just gotta find out how you did that. Smoke it up. Had some bits too. Yeah, you know. We're gonna get like about 20 people in here. You know what I'm saying? About 15 people in here. We're gonna start it. I just wanted to pay, I gotta pay these bills, man. Hold on, I gotta give thanks and glory to the great grand holy mother of all divine at all times, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we're doing it. But hey, we got some stuff to talk about. Y'all see the name of the live. Y'all see the name of the live. We got some stuff to talk about. We're gonna talk today. We talking about number one. We're talking about what? Timeline shifting, Mandela Effect, UFOs. I'm gonna break it down and show you how it's all cap. It's all magic. And I got the receipts. Nigga, I am the receipt. I got the receipts. We're gonna go through it and we're gonna show you how really it's real. But the reason why you think it's real is not real. You think time exists because it's a construct that God made and we all, father time. No, we about to show you, we about to talk. And when we talk about this, we're gonna talk about time traveling, we're gonna talk about timeline shifting, timeline jumping, we're gonna talk about time glitches, whatever y'all want. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about whatever questions y'all got. Let me see. We're gonna talk about whatever. Do you mess with Brother Sanchez content? Do I mess with Brother Sanchez content? No, Sanchez is on the hit list. Sanchez is with the society of Jesus. Sanchez, you are on the hit list for lying to the black people, making them think that we are not gods. Sanchez, you are on the hit list for lying to them people and making them think that you don't serve Saturn, aka Yahweh, aka Set. And you talk about Set, and Brother Sanchez talks about Set. Brother Sanchez talks about Saturn. He talks about Yahweh as the demon god and this. No, get into the nitty gritty, my brother. Get into the nitty gritty. That's why I wrote a book on it. Go get the book. Go get the book. Black Cube Codex online. Chakra.xyz. You can even get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes and Nobles. Whatever makes you comfortable. Get the book. The book is called the Black Cube Codex. And in this book, I break down how, what, when, where, how, why is time. Okay? So we're gonna go through the Black Cube Codex. Remember, the Black Cube Codex, remember, I am the High Magus. Says High Magus Chakra Doctor. You see that said GGHMOAD at the bottom. What does GGHMOAD mean? Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, but most importantly, Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine. Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine. You feel me? This is the new movement. I started a church, and my church is built on magic. If you would listen, look at this. I'm gonna show you. Look how this is why my church is different from your church. You ready? This is why my church will forever be different from your church. You ready? Here it is.
Money magic for all sex workers, hustlers, and gamblers. Love magic, legal protection magic, and protection from all violence, harm, and police. Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the sanctuary for the outlaws. We don't judge your hustle, we protect it. Get your wishes granted by Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine today. Contact the number on the screen and send your donations to $GGHMOAD3. GGHMOAD, the church they can't control.
The church that they can't control. GGHMOAD. There go the donation links to the church. Our church, listen, this is the Bible of the church right here. Black Cube Codex. This is the Bible of my church right here. You understand what I'm saying? Also, like I told you before, if you hustling and you trying to not go to jail, if you trying to stay out of jail, listen, as long as you ain't no enemy of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, a human, a human, right? A PDF, right? A grapist, right? People who eat grapes. People who eat grapes. Okay. Um. Uh. You like to go? You like the race car drive? You do the races? You be going to the races? If you one of them, the races, we don't do that races, right? Are you with the Church of Satan? If you are with the Church of Satan, we shun you. We not with that. We not with the church. We not with the Church of Satan. We not with the Church of Satan at all, on no levels. As a matter of fact, Great Grand Holy Mother is going to destroy the Church of Satan right now. It has been destroying the Church of Satan right now in front of your face for a while now. Y'all just didn't recognize what the flow is. And you can't be no necrophiliac. If you like to do weird things with unalive bodies, we not with that. We shun everything that you do for desecrating the earth in such a way. But if you're not any one of those, if you're not an enemy of the Great Grand Holy Mother, a human trafficker, a pedophile, a rapist, a racist, a Satanist, or a necrophiliac, this money magic will work for you. This money magic will work for you. Hands down, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands down, give me the loot. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands down, give me the loot. Which one? Hands up, don't shoot. Hands down, give me the loot. Oh shit! Right. So boom. That's why my church is different from the rest of the churches. My church go to the hood, and we say, hey, look. First and foremost, my church believes that drugs, all recreational drugs should be legal. If y'all not gonna charge Big Pharma for selling drugs, you're not gonna charge John Q. Public for selling drugs. It will be an equal playing field in the world of drugs. Prostitution and gambling should also be legal. If you're gonna let these billion-dollar companies fund prostitution and gambling and get paid for it in the different ways, right? You're not gonna bring John Q. Public to jail for doing the same prostitution that you and your government benefits from when it comes to tax dollars. Okay, so no, the reason why you sitting in the jail because you can't tax them, and there's certain things in life that you just won't be able to tax. Caesar, I'm sorry, Caesar. I'm sorry, Uncle Sam. There's just certain things that you ain't gonna be able to tax, and you ain't gonna be able to tax the great grand only mother of all divine, Caesar. She is your mother. You cannot tax your mother, Caesar. This is what we're gonna get that clear. We're gonna show you what the UFOs really is. We're gonna break down this new UFO phenomenon that just happened on the internet and it's trying to go viral, whatever like that. And we're gonna break it down. Hands down, hands up, whatever. Don't shoot. Okay. Boom. As a matter of fact, let me open up my segment with a prayer to the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine. Oh, Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, source of all gods and goddesses. Oh, Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the primordial from which we all derive. O Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the nothingness that allows all somethings to exist. O Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, for she is all mother, there is none greater than she. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, Mother of Ra, the Most High, Great Grand Holy Father. She is his source. Amen, Ra, Ptah, Ahum. I just want to give you a breakdown. If you want to learn the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine's full prayer, go to my YouTube page or go to my Instagram page or catch any one of these videos. I'm always playing it. You feel what I'm saying? But yes, the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine is here, and she gonna reward me for establishing her kingdom. I don't care about what else going on. She don't care about what else going on. I never seen Great Grand Holy Mother intervene when a tiger was trying to eat its prey. Mother Nature allows certain things to be because it's her ecosystem. It's a crazy Mother Earth. I just rotate with her. And yes, I believe she's a ball. She's a ball of fun. When you go to the debutante ball, when you reading the crystal ball, okay, when you playing the basketball, when the quark is shaped like a ball, the particle is shaped like a ball, the atom is shaped like a ball, the molecule is shaped like a ball, and a goddamn nabbit cell is shaped like a ball, your head is shaped like a ball, eyes shaped like a ball, nose, your body is shit just circulating through your body, your auric field is shaped like a ball, everything goes round and round like a motherfucking wheel on a bus, so I'm gonna believe in that thing called speed of light. You see, the reason why we're able to spin on this ball at such a high rate of speed and not fall off of it, people who think, oh, why you just don't fall off the ball? Why you doing a spinning ball? It's called the speed of light. When you reach a certain speed, you break a certain barrier. Here on Earth, on a microcosm, you see it. When they break the sound barrier, when they break a certain speed barrier, a sound opens. A cloud, it's called a sound cloud. A sound cloud opens, and you hear it. It's called Mach, and they Mach, and you hear it. Right? It's the same thing with the speed of light. When light is traveling, it reaches such a high vibration of speed, it opens portals, and it creates what? Centrifugal force. Time, it creates it's called suspended animation. Anima is the sun. We are in suspended animation, meaning we are caught in the sun's gravitational force field. The sun is traveling at a high rate of speed. It's called the speed of light. The speed is so fast, it has us wrapped in a bubble. And the reason why you don't fall off the rotating earth that's revolving around the sun is because the sun is protecting the rotating earth that is revolving around her, just like a man protects his old lady, just like a man protects his children, just like a man protects his house, and a man protects his job, and a man protects. The sun is the man. The sun is the man. Last time I checked, and men have multiple broads: Earth, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. All these are the sun's family. Saturn, that's the sun's family. Even though he's in jail and we got him and we playing him with a 10-foot pole, we feeding him with a long handled spoon. He's still a family member that we're feeding with a long handled spoon. Okay? So when these planets and I'll give you the perfect example. When you're riding on the highway and you see a car traveling at a certain rate of speed, don't the tires start moving backwards? When the vehicle reaches a certain amount of speed, don't the tires start moving backwards, slow, even though the car is moving forward? That is the same thing. That is called suspended. At a higher level, when a sun is traveling through the body of the great grand holy mother, the nothingness that allows all something to exist, then guess what happens? That speed, at that high rate of speed that the sun is moving at, because you think the speed of light is only 186,000 miles per second. No, that's just the first speed of light. The sun has gears just like any other car has gears. That's just 0 to 60, the speed of light. 186,000 miles per second. No, they got Machs. Just like they got Machs with the speed of sound when the shuttles and the planes are going, they got Machs with the speed or the sounds of time when suns go. Okay? So I'm just want to break down, wait a minute. You guys can say, hey, hey, we believe in God. And God is this omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent force. But that God doesn't have that same capability to keep you solidified on a spinning ball revolving around a sun. What is it? Your God has enough power to do mysterious things because you say he works in mysterious ways, right? Or what? Where are we missing things at? Where you can sit there and say, hey, you believe in this omnipotent force, source of all creation. And then when it comes to that omnipotent force and the science of that omnipotent force, you say, oh no, that ain't possible. I serve a God that literally makes impossible possible. But when the impossible is mentioned to me, I say, oh, that's impossible. But you're dealing with a God that literally tells you that all things are possible. Don't the Bible say all things are possible? If all things are possible, then what are you telling me about impossible? Oh, are you putting me under a spell and you're saying that I'm possible? No, I'm not a possible. I am not a possibility. I'm a permanence. It's the difference between possibility and permanency. See the difference? Your potential is a possibility. Your existence is a permanency. It's two different things going on. So I just want to break down how this spectrum of time actually work. Time works on the speed that light travels. There are levels in speed that light travel that transcends time, but we're not getting there yet. We're just going to get into the timeline shifting, the Mandela Effect, and the UFOs. So before we begin, do anybody have any questions, cares, or concerns before we begin? Let's go, Chakra Dot, naked basketball like that. Listen, and y'all don't understand. These things that are happening right now is because your boy Chakra Doctor, I got the Infinity Gauntlet. Chakra Doctor has the Space Stone. Chakra Doctor has the Mind Stone. Chakra Doctor has the Reality Stone. Chakra Doctor has what? The Soul Stone. Chakra Doctor has the Power Stone. And Chakra Doctor has the Time Stone. I have the full spectrum of the Infinity Gauntlet. I can literally teach. I'm about to literally teach you time travel right here, right now. And wait a minute, time travel, and timeline shifting. I'm not going to teach you how, but I'm going to teach you about the existence of it because you don't understand it yet. So I'm going to get you to understand it first. And then once you understand it, when I explain the concept of it, then you'll be able to grasp because I explained and got you to understand the concept of time itself. So before we go to shifting time, oh my God. See, look at this. Now I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. Look, are you ready? I'm going to show y'all something. This is called a bot agent. All right. When bot agents show up, they will never have, and you can see right there, they will never have a profile picture because we know that a profile picture is actually a digital identity that the algorithm can go and track. So they don't want them imaging in that algorithm going and track them, but it tracks them anyway. I don't know why they do it, right? But it tracks them anyway because everything has a spiritual frequency. So if it doesn't have a spiritual frequency, the algorithm won't even track it. But see, these things right here are to get you guys distracted from the live. Why? Because I'm about to break down something very important that the overall matrix itself don't even want you to know. But the overall matrix itself is now under the influence of my magic. The matrix itself, life itself, Saturn himself, the Set himself, your God that you serve, Yahweh himself, is under the influence of my magic. Don't believe me? Go pray to him and ask him and see when he tell you, hey, bro, yeah, help me out. Get this nigga up out of here. Nah, you can't get me up out of here. You can't get me up out of here. You can't get me up out of here. You should have never let me in. You should have never let me incarnate into this realm. Grandson, you should have let me incarnate into the realm if you didn't want me to take it over. All right? So boom, the algorithms are in it. Well, the algorithms are in everything, or is everything just an algorithm? The algorithms are in everything, or is everything just an algorithm? You feel me? Once you understand this time concept, it's about to blow you. It's about to blow you. Here we go. Can anybody tell me what is time? What is time? What is time? I'm gonna give you, if I give you the clue, you're gonna answer it. But what is time? It gave it to you on the movie. It gave it to you on the movie. If I tell you the movie, you're just gonna be able to go to it and just Google it. So no. Energy is time. That's a nice house, bro. I appreciate it, man. Humble. Look, EAD. Now we know he's not just a bot. Look, he's just an intruder. He's just an intruder. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in Atlantis. EAD. I'm in Atlantis, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, though. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I'm living in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I'm at, EAD. Google me. Go Google Chakra Doctor. It's going to give you my address. It's going to give you my address. Google Chakra Doctor. It's going to give you the address. This is a business. Remember, My life is my business, is my business is my life. There is no separating the two. There is no separating church and state with me. Church and state laying in bed together. They made y'all believe they different for tax purposes. No, for magical purposes. That's why it says render to Caesar what to Caesar and render to God what is to God. Why? Because it's a magical frequency. Okay? It's a magical frequency. So understand, I appreciate, man. No, all praise be to the great grand holy mother of all divine. Listen, I'm doing good because the great grand holy mother of all divine put me here. All praises of me, I am nothing. Of me, I am nothing. Of her, I am all. Of me, I am nothing. Of her, I am all. I am here because the great grand holy mother of all divine allowed me to be here and emit this frequency. I am not speaking of my own. I am speaking of she. She want me to give y'all this. Me, if it was up to me, it was up to me. Nigga, the game is to be sold, not told. If it was up to me, I'll charge you an arm and a leg if it was up to me. But the great grand holy mother said, no, 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 my apples are for free. My oranges are for free. My pears and my grapes are for free. All you got to do is plant the seed and watch it grow. So here we go. We're about to get into nobody said the right answer. Oh, time is he went and looked it up. 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 Lord Master HK, he said, he went and looked it up though. Right? Time is a unit of measurement. That's what time is. Ready? I'm gonna make it simplified for you. Time is the universe's ruler. I know you would looked it up. I know you would looked it up. You would looked it up on Lucy. Time. Yeah. I know you would look it up. Time is a unit of measurement. Time is a unit. I sure did, but I'm here to learn. Listen, I already know it. Look at time, and you know how I know you know. And now you know how I know you looked it up, because if nobody could just answer that without looking it up. Nobody don't just know that. Nobody don't just know that time is a unit of measurement without researching time or looking it up, right? So time is a unit of measurement, right? Boom. Time. You ready for the kicker? Time is the standard unit of measurement that the universe uses, ready, to project illusion. If you need me to repeat it, I'll repeat it. Time is the unit of measurement, the universal, multiversal, universal, and ultraversal unit of measurement that is used from creator gods, from different gods and their underlings, because it's universe, great grand holy mother, the motherboard first, creators logos, aka gods second, that are under her, that report to her, that use her, that do everything, that relies completely on her for their God existence. So it's great grand holy motherboard first, the the never-ending black hole. She's first. All Freemasons know this. All Knights Templar know this. All Rosicrucians, you name it, whoever, they all know this. Gods, we get our power from her. She is who? She is the nothingness. She is the emptiness. She is the source. She is literally the nothingness that allows all somethings to exist, right? Boom. Time is linear in projection. Yes, time is linear, and time is linear and non-linear. Time can be both, but you got to understand what it is. It's a measurement, no matter what it is. Whether it's a linear measurement or a looping measurement. Whether it's a 1 or 0, whether time is a 1, whether time is a 0, it's still a projection it is still a measurement of universal projection of illusion. A time is a measurement of universal projection of illusion. Log that in, bro. Time is a measurement of universal projection of illusion. The universe projects illusion. Y'all call that illusion a mirror. Some people call that illusion a screen, right? Well, it's both. It's a screen, it's a mirror, and it's a window. It's a screen, it's a mirror, and it's a window. Okay? Remember this here? It's a screen, a mirror. Oh, speaking of which, I'm throwing a wonderful event. Man. Me and Dwayne about to get together and do a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful event. I'm gonna announce that in a second, but we about to get into this time real quick, right? In my book, The Black Cube Codex, I break down time, a lot of different times, right? So you gotta understand, before I get into the book, let me get you to understand what time is. Time is the measurement of universal projected illusion. Illusions are what the universe, what the great grand holy mother, illusions are what the great grand holy mother uses to measure herself and test herself and judge herself and label herself, criticize, label, judge herself to in order for herself to grow and expand more and more and more on repeat. Right? If you ever seen Flash, think about that as the speed force. All right. Perfect analogy. But wait a minute, Prev Smith, wait a minute. Do you know that that is not the Flash? They're telling you the story of the sun. The Flash is represented by what? Lightning. Lightning comes from what? The cloud, right? But what does lightning represent? Where does lightning originate from? Lightning is originally solar energy. Do you know there's a bunch of lightning going on in the sun, right? So understanding that the speed force actually exists, and remember, it's called the flashpoint, and it's also called the flashpoint and the flash force, the flash barrier. Sorry, the flashpoint and the flash barrier. So remember, flash is red. Shout out to hold on, let me see. We about to get into that super chat. Thanks for the super chat. CA for the 6.99 super chat. Appreciate that, CA. So look at here we go. If you feel me? We about to get into it. Let me see what he's saying before we do that. Let's read that super chat real quick. Put that super chat on stage. Appreciate the super chat. Shout out to the dollar sign, to the S. Shout out to the S. What do you think? All right, here we go. Let me read that. Boom. What do you think about being? Okay, that's easy. That's an easy one. I can answer that one for you, bro. Let me get that off the screen. So what do you think about being more leaner so the universe can flow through you better? Chi Masters always wanted an empty stomach. Maybe helps magic power. Man, what's up? You've been stealing, nigga. You've been stealing my stuff, nigga. You ain't fooling nobody, nigga. You went on my page. You went on my page and see me saying that. It came over here as an anonymous person to try to present my own question to me. I already talked about that on my TikTok channel, bro. Everything you saying, and Chi Masters, last time I checked, Chi Masters can't activate your chakras. Right? No, I saw that. What's the name of the other guy? What's the name of the other guy? Put the clip in there. Put the clip in there. You said Chi Masters and magic and how fast things can speed up on magic. He on IG. I'm on IG. I'm the one that's talking about that on IG. I forget his name. I know you forgot his name. You feel me? But anyway, with the tomfoolery. But thanks for the super chat at the same time. That's true. When you eat, you become more dense to the physical realm. Wait a minute. But think about this. Go back to the speed force analogy. Thank you. Boom. So understanding the speed force is the representation of what I was talking to you about earlier, about what? The speed of light. The root word in lightning is light. We're not talking about false light. Remember, lightning is the sun's shadow. Ooh. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this infinite love, eternal truth, peace wave flowing through me from the great grand holy motherboard herself. I'll repeat it again. Lightning is the shadow of the sun. Hmm? Hmm? Basically, lightning, if God is the sun, right? If God is the sun, then guess what? Lightning. If God is the Father, then lightning is the Son. If God is the Father, lightning is the Son, the speed force, aka the speed, y'all call it the speed force, it ain't the speed force, it's called the speed source. The source of the speed is the great grand holy mother. And they show you that on the Flash. When Flash finally made it to that level where he can reach a speed of light that penetrates time, he met the great mother. On Transformers, when Optimus Prime finally went back home, and he went back home to find out who's the source of all this shit, who did he meet? The Great Mother. Think of this, okay? This is not energy flowing through you. It's not energy flowing through you. It's you being on an open vessel, so your attraction is magnified, but you don't have your third seal. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. So do the food stop you from being an open vessel? Boom. He said, see, y'all, this the part y'all getting twisted. Y'all think that in order to be the Flash, you have to actually physically run fast like the Flash on TV. That's where y'all fucking up. So nobody answered the question. We answered what is time. Now the next question is, so we answered what? Who is time? Who is time? Because if the sun is the father, then the lightning is the lightning is one of his sons, and they got a lot of lightning. They got a lot of lightnings going on. As we've seen on the Flash, they had a lot of different versions and different alternate realities of the Flash. Right? Right? How many times the Flash altered the timeline? How many times did the Flash alter the timeline? Can you tell me? Not eating makes you open your physical and spirit work and tangent. So who is Chronos? It's Saturn time. Thank you, Maserati Mike. You just got that answer right. Saturn is time. This is why he's called Father Time. Now remember this. Before Saturn, we did not need time in order to experience and learn. But after Saturn, we needed time in order to experience and learn because Saturn brought the family down. You ever had that one family member? The family is prestigious family, but that one family member did that one thing and tarnished the whole family name? That's what Saturn did. When Saturn unalived, when Set unalived his brother. So you see that story with Saturn. Saturn unalived his father, but Set unalived his brother. That's the original story. The original story is Set unaliving his brother. It morphed into Saturn unaliving his dad, or Zeus unaliving his dad, right? Or you see it all the time. You see it all the time in the movies. Zoom. All right, so bam, he goes by a lot of names. Father Time is just well remember. His main names are the things that he's known for. Everybody says what? In the nick of time. It all happens with time. Everything happens with time. Da, 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 time. We speaking on time. So in my book, I show you how he is time. Father Times is one of his names. The main name he goes by is the name we learn in school. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So now, what is Saturn? Saturn is a Roman god. Who is Rome? Italy. What's located in Rome? Italy. The Vatican. Who is the Vatican? Magician. Magi. Last time I checked, magicians of Saturn. This is why the nuns, the nuns dress in all black. This is why the priests dress in all black. This is why you have cardinals, you have fixed, and you have mutables. This is why you have a white pope, a black pope, and a gray pope. Okay? So the Saturn Moon Matrix stuff, we're gonna get into that. Saturn is the he is the hijacker of remember? So time is the measurement of universal projected illusion. Saturn is the hijacker of universal projected illusion. He knows how to hack he knows how to hack time. Henceforth, time hacker or father time. He is the father of time hacking. Okay. Right. Holy cow, Chakra Doctor got a small. Haven't seen you in a minute in a while. Holy moly. Yeah, because I reversed my time. I timeline shifted. I shifted my timeline into the me that lost weight. Understanding that muscles have memory. And when you gain access to those muscles by exercising the demon, aka the fat, out of the muscle, when you exercise the demon out of the muscle, you now gain access to that muscle's memory. And that muscle's memory tells you how to upgrade more muscles and how to do more shit and how the universe is constructed. Because y'all forgot that the universe has muscles. Y'all forgot that the great grand holy mother is not fat. She's gargantuan. She's innumerable. She's incountable, but she's not obese. Okay, she's not obese. So we're going to get into the book. First thing, time loops and illusion, the illusion of progress. Now remember, universal projected illusion. That's called eternal time fall under infinity, eternity, forever, and any of the like terms. Infinity, eternity, forever. That's the three ohms, the three omni states: omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. Omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. When you put all three of those together, you create something called what? Source, or AKA force. This is why it's called a speed force. So in the speed force, remember, they try to take over and hijack the great mother on the Flash, on the TV show The Flash. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all lock in. Let's get it popping. You feel me? If Saturn hijacked this matrix, what's the original matrix? And shouldn't we get back to the original matrix or evolve? Well, that's what I do. You feel me? This is what I do. You feel me? This is what I do. Holly, omni oxen free. Look, this is what I do. I set the oxen free. The O, great mother. The X, the X, which is who? The black great grand holy goddess, right? The Y, who is that? The black great grand holy father God. OXY. You have the O, which is the source mother. You have the X, which is her daughter. And you have the Y, which is her daughter's reflection. OXY, oxy, oxygen, oxymorons. Come on, man, you gotta wake up. OxyClean. Okay, so now the time loops and the illusion of the progress. Saturn's core function is the illusion of linear time, but his rings expose the lie. The rings are not forward. Remember, Saturn's rings don't spin forward. Saturn rings spin backward. This is how you know we're in a time loop. Why? Ready? Look at Saturn's rings are not forward moving. They're circular, repetitive, reversed, closed. This is Saturn's message. Nothing ever truly changes. You're just cycling through karma. This is why you know this is true. The years repeat. The weeks loop. The holidays cycle. The trauma patterns re-emerge. The generational curses persist. The rings broadcast the programming. You haven't finished your lesson. Come on, it's time to go do it again. You didn't finish your lesson. But what if the lesson is actually a trap? What if that deja vu you talking about, Harry Walsh, is really a trap? What if the lesson is a trap? What if the unfinished karma is just Saturn's invoice, an excuse to keep you enrolled in his soul tax system? You know what that reminded me of? You know what that reminded me of? When them companies let you do the free trial and then they hit you with the automatic subscription and they automatically just taking your time every month. How many automatic subscriptions taking your time right now? And remember, we know that money is a form of time. Time is money. And how many of us got so many subscription apps just taking the time, right? What does it mean when the rings are disappearing? Remember, It is the time magic. Remember, I am the master of time. I've mastered time magic. So the reason why the rings are beginning to disappear, and the reason why, the reason why the rings have on my timeline, the rings have already disappeared. On your timeline, it may look like the rings have already disappeared, but we're able to see each other, one another through timeline because of the what? The screen, the looking glass. So we know that what time is. Time is the measurement, that the universal measurement for projected illusion. We know who the hacker and father of time hacking is. Father Time. Who? So we know the who. We know the what? We know the who. Where? Where is time? Where is time? That's what it looked like. Remember? The unfinished karma is like Saturn. Keep on saying, oh, nope, you got a subscription to Netflix. You got to finish watching your Netflix. You got to finish watching your Amazon Prime. You got to finish watching your this. You got to finish watching your that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't get it? He's robbing you and stealing you and raping you of your time. Money is a form of your time. Okay? Understand this. Let's get it popping. Watch this. Watch how it goes. You ready? Boom. That's the first thing. So we established that the weeks, the years, the holidays, the trauma patterns, all that shit is on a loop. It's called a hell loop. This is why they say, Hail Satan, Hail Saturn. That's why they say that. Hail Satan, Hail Satan. Look at they throw it up. Hail Satan, Hail Satan, Hail Saturn. Why? Hell. Saturn is hell, hell is Saturn. You can't interchange it. This is hell you're living in. It is a projection. It is a time hack projection of the real true 5D on up Mother Earth experience. The 5D on up Mother Earth experience is not hell trauma loop cycles. It's learning through trial and error of how to express your true immortality, individuality, and eternity as a God being. Okay? So now we get into the next part. Let's get into the next part of time. Okay? Now remember, the time that the universe uses as the measurement to project the illusion, that's called divine time. That means everything, and she's looking in her mirror, and she's making her hair straight. She's making sure her hair straight. She's making sure her skin's shiny. She's making sure all these things are called divine time. We are literally moving and circulating within the great grand holy cosmic mother of all divine. What are you? Are you a particle? Are you an atom? Are you a cell? Are you a quark? Are you a molecule? Are you a part of the knee? Are you a part of the finger? Are you a part of the hair? Are you a part of her eyes? Are you a part of her eyelashes? Are you, because she's all natural. She don't wear no eyelashes, no eyeliner, none of that stuff, right? Are you a part of her throat? Are you a part of her breast? Are you a part of her heart? What part of the universal great grand holy mother body, it is called the body of Christ, right? What part of the body of Christ are you? Because the original Christ has been and always will be. Has been and always will. The original Christ was the X chromosome. This is what the X must mean. XXX. X, that's called Xmas. That's called the Christ. The X, right? The original Christ, the original Christ has been and always will be the woman first. And then the reflection of Christ, or the Christ reflection, or the bride of Christ. The bride of Christ is actually who? The man, the Y chromosome. That's why he's the bride, the Y of Christ. And who is the Christ, the Crex, the X? And this is why in the alphabet it's X, Y. And this is why in your DNA it's X, Y. And this is why in your blood it's O, the great mother. And your blood is O circulating through your X or your Y. Remember, X go like this. Y go like this. That's literally how Y moves and circulates through the energetic. Why do you think it's shaped like that? Because it's actually moves like that. The X moves like the infinity sign. O moves like the wheels when you're on the bus going around. But it's double, triple, quadruple, and when you double it, when you triple it, when you double it, it goes. When you triple it, it's called juggling. How you think people can juggle? So you see when a person's juggling no balls, and he's able to, and none of the balls fall out of his hand? Perfect juggling, that's what the universe doing. Juggling suns, atoms, parts, particles, stars. That's how it's going. So that's why I tell you no such thing as flat earth. Because it's really an acrobatic feat that's going on right now. And y'all trying to lessen it, calling it flat. That's because when the matrix began through the woman, that's when the matrix began through the woman. No, that's because the great grand holy mother of all divine is the motherboard. And the perfect carbon copy of the great grand holy mother of all divine is the woman. The woman is literally the first, the great grand holy mother of all divine spit out when creation began. I'm not talking about when light began. Now, when you talk about when light began, wait a minute. When light began, you're talking about the great grand holy father. You feel me? And the great grand holy father is the creator of woman. See? Let's get some shit clear. We're not even talking about creation yet. We're just talking about energy. O, X, Y, energy. We just talking about how the energy move. We ain't talking about gender and the embodiments of energy. We're not talking about that. They call it a motherboard for a reason. They call it a mother receiver, a mother. They call them Earth, Mother Earth, Mother Universe. Time is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. What are you talking about? This is the rules of all energy. And any electrician will tell you this. Any electrician will tell you this. Any engineer will tell you this. So boom. So we know that divine time, that's the great mother. But linear and temporary time where you live and die and reincarnate and come back, that's Saturn. Here we go. Divine time became the clock. The original time system is based on sun cycles. Ready? The sun cycling within you. What is the sun cycling within you? Your chakras. This is why I keep telling y'all got to come and get y'all chakras activated. Why? Because then you're activating your sun cycles. And when you start activating your chakras, you're activating your sun cycles. Now, activating your chakras activates your sun cycles. When you activate your sun cycles, you automatically activate your lunar intuition. You're either going to be a lunatic, or you're going to have lunar intuition. Because where does the intuition comes from? The intuition comes from your inner innate feelings. That inner innate feeling. The sun creates that by the speed of light. That feeling is created by the speed of light. This is why when you activate your chakras and you start feeling the goosebumps, and you activate your chakras and you start feeling the energy, and you activate your chakras, you start feeling the light, you start feeling the warmth, you start feeling that. Why? Because that's the sun cycling through you at a high rate of speed, and you feel the what? Lunar intuition, because every sun has planets, and a planet is really not a planet. A planet is actually a moon. They only got two things, bro. Suns and moons. Planets are ready for the kicker? Planets are, if you want to be technical, planets are the moons. The moons on planets are actually what we would consider in this time would be the pets. Moons are, you know how women have toys? Females have toys, females have this, female have, right? The moons that follow the planets will actually be the children, right? The little moons. You got big moon, big mama, and then you got little moons, right? Big moon is planet. Little moon is the shit that you call moon. That's the baby. So you got daddy, right? You got daddy, which is light, sun, and then you got mommy, which is planet, and then you got child, which is moon. But actually, mommy is just a big, giant moon. Baby is because remember, moons eventually evolve into planets, and planets can have the potential to become female suns, and that's a whole different topic when we're talking about female suns. There's a difference between male light and female light. That's a whole other topic. Boom. Anyway, so the sun cycle activates your lunar intuition, aka your feelings and your thinking capabilities, and your feeling and your thinking capabilities resonate with the planetary and your feelings resonate with the heavenly body alignments. the heavenly body alignments. So certain times when you see things, heavenly bodies aligning, and you are feeling a certain way, that is because certain global spells have been cast, certain multiversal, universal spells have been cast, and you're seeing the alignment of it in the sky, or you're seeing or you're feeling the alignment of it within yourself, because as above, so below, on earth as it is in heaven. All right. So boom, so the original time system is based on sun cycles. Those sun cycles create lunar intuition. That lunar intuition then creates planetary resonance. It flows in spirals and waves. Saturn looks at that and he says, let's divide the divine. Let's number it. Let's count it. And let's monetize it. This is why time is money. Because after Saturn, when Saturn hacks divine time, he turns divine time into money. Y'all ain't ready for the smoke. Y'all ain't ready for the smoke. Saturn hacks divine time. How? By dividing it, splitting it up. Remember, it's all oneness. It's all connected. He splits the oneness. Then he numbers the oneness. Remember, what is numb? Take the ER off of numb, and you got what? Numb. So he takes the feeling and splits the feeling. And then he splits the feeling and he numbs the feeling. This is why it's no love, no love, no love, no love. This is why there's no love in the realm. He numbs the feeling, and then after he numbs the feeling, he tells you to count it. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And after you put so much of those after so many tick tock, those tick tocks accumulate a dollar. A doll. What is a doll? A doll is something that is used in a dolly. It's something that is used to move things from one place to another. Oh, but also a doll is also used in magic to what? Manipulate avatars. Manipulate the what of the avatar? Manipulate the time of the avatar. So now the avatar is manipulated. Boom. And he monetizes it. And he turns it into a what? A coin. A disc. This is what this means. He turns it into a coin. That coin represents the looping. Remember, so that first coin, so when you go spin that coin, you automatically loop your energy into the Saturnian grid. Now, wait a minute. There's two ways to loop. There's the reverse way loop, there's the reverse loop. Remember, that's the reverse flash on the flash. We ain't getting to the reverse flash yet. Wait. We just talking about the flash. My bad for the thing shaking, y'all. I'm my leg kicking the thing. I'm sorry for that. Boom. What did Saturn create? He created the Gregorian calendar. What is the Gregorian? Can anybody tell me what is the Gregorian calendar created from? The Gregorian calendar the Gregorian calendar is created from Pope Gregory. Go look it up. We are literally operating on Catholic Church time. Literally every single dollar, minute, second, week, day, year, month. Why you think that this is how you know when the great grand holy mother has fully succeeded. Mark my words, mark this day, mark this life. This is how you know when the church of the great grand holy mother has fully succeeded. It will be the day that the Catholic Church falls, crashes, burns to ashes, and never is again to be mentioned, to be wiped and erased from all of existence, like the snap of a finger or the blink of an eye, because I have finally mastered Saturn. I've mastered time. The time master is here. Neo, wait. Here we go. The Gregorian calendar was created by Pope Gregory. All popes serve Satan. All popes serve Satan. All popes serve Saturn. Why do you think that the Catholic Church is the biggest institution of child molestation on the face of the planet Earth? There is no bigger institution that molests children bigger than the Catholic Church. When you master time, You create something called the Mandela Effect. The reason why y'all seeing so many Mandela effects and new Mandela effects are happening right now is because I was playing with time. I wasn't mastering. I was practicing time travel. I was practicing time mastery. I was practicing timeline jumping. I was practicing timeline shifting. I was practicing time magic when you were seeing all those Mandela effects. I was practicing time battle magic when I was battling CERN, the CERN machine, and all of the other machines. I was practicing when I was battling the HARP machine. I was practicing when I was battling the 5G cell towers. I was practicing. Now I've mastered the practice, and now I'm the master of time. I'm almost. You're gonna know when I'm the source God of time, because I told you the Catholic Church will fall. Right now, they're in control of time. Why? Because there's something called a Gregorian calendar, and the Gregorian calendar was created by Pope Gregory of the Catholic Church. So every single moment of our time is Roman's revenge. Every single part of our time is Roman's revenge. Well, you're seeing what happens next right now. You're just so busy on you're so busy on the finish line, you're not focusing on the steps that it takes to get to the finish line. The steps that it takes to get to the finish line just happened in the last 60 days. 15 billionaires gone. Bye-bye time magic. People who were staples in the hip hop community, because the hip hop community is the hertz frequency that keeps you locked in the 440 grid of the time grid, the 440 time grid. Wait, let's get it. So the Gregorian calendar was created by the Pope. The Pope served Saturn. Boom. So we locked that in. They locked that in. The 7-day week instead of the 10-day week. Remember, we, the Tamarican, we, the ancient Egyptian, we, the Atlanteans, we didn't have 7 days a week. It used to be 10 days a week and 360 days a year, not 365 days of year. It was 360 days of year with 10 days a week, 3 weeks per month, not 4 weeks per month. And it wasn't no 28-day lunar cycle. See? You said everything's gonna change? Okay. Now, boom. So the 7-day week with Saturn being the final 7th day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturn's day. Okay? As the final day. This is why you got to honor that day to keep it holy. Honor the Sabbath, honor the Saturn's day to keep it holy. And what do they do here? What's the main thing people doing here? They killing time. Oh, well, what you doing, man? Ain't nothing much, just killing time, killing a little time, doing this, doing that. See, you're not taking it. You are literally being siphoned. All that time you killing, guess who's stealing it? When you sitting on the couch wasting time, guess who's stealing it? Look at that wasted time. When you kill time, Saturn, it makes it available for Saturn to steal it, and now you age. You begin to age faster, right? When you waste time, Saturn gets to steal that, and now you age even faster. When you keep running out of time, you age even more, and you age faster. Why? A person that died is a person that ran out of time. Trade time for money. When you trade your time for money, it stresses you out and ages you faster. And when you age faster, what happens? You lose time. When you lose time, you go back into the loop, start you over, and feed off of your solar battery again. Okay? So understand that divine time is the clock. Saturn hijacked that divine time. And now what we have is something called linear time, right? We're not on the compass time anymore. We're not doing compass magic time, aka circular time, aka with sun time. We're not on sun time anymore. When it was sun time, you only had an hour, maybe an hour of night. It was just like in jail, 23 and 1. 23 hours of sunlight one day. 23 hours of sunlight, 1 hour of nightlight, moonlight, and back up again. This is all we needed. Back when we were tall, back when we were giant, back when we were this high, all we needed was an hour of sleep. Now they done brought us down this small, honey. I shrunk the kids, and now we need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Time, hours, rearrange it is who? Horus. Horus is who? The son of Asar, the son of Osiris. Who is Osiris? Asar? The brother that Saturn killed. the brother, that's Saturn, unalived. See? So that story, when they're telling you about Heru versus Set, it's still going on. It never stops. That's the only thing. Y'all think it's some mythological past thing. No, it's present right now, happening in the flesh. And I had to step in to level the playing field. Who am I? Hello, I am your great grand holy father Ra in the flesh. This is why I can master time. Because time gets its what? Time gets its blueprint from my speed. I show speed. The flash is about me, bro. Name one black man on the face of the planet right now that could get up here and tell you, I have been manipulating time. This is why you've been seeing the Mandela Effect. So when I know this for a fact, every time I manipulate time, a new Mandela Effect happens. It's not that they're changing it. It's that I'm making little augmentations to the timeline so that they're drastic, so that y'all don't notice it. But certain people become noticed. Certain people start to notice it. Certain people start to notice it. So now I'm no longer affecting the time. I am shifting the time. I do timeline shifts, timeline jumps. That's better than timeline augmenting or going back. Okay? You the only person talking is real. I believe you. Okay? Appreciate it, brother. Look, check this out. Back so when I woke up when I was 33 years old in a jail cell. I recreated that here in Atlanta. It's called it is literally called the boot camp. It's literally called prison boot camp. It's like a little boot camp prison where you remember when you lose that screen, that phone, you lose your transportation, you lose everything, and you get put into what a jail environment where there ain't nothing else. You get put into the jail environment. When you get put into the jail environment, you dig what I'm saying? Now you have the opportunity that I had to become who I became. Why? Because I was in a jail cell and I had 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to myself. None of you guys have that. You either going to work, you either doing this, you either doing that. Nobody who's watching this live right now can say, only Mason right now. Only Mason. Mason is the only person. He's in my program right now. That's how I know. Like, what you doing watching TV, nigga? You ain't supposed to be watching TV, right? He's the only person right now that has the ability of 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to himself time. So when I woke up, 33 years old, right, on the 33rd day, going into the 34th day of my nonstop constant meditation of activating my chakras and activating my chakras and activating my chakras round the clock over and over and over and over and over. On 33rd day, going into the 34th day, midnight, 12:01, they cracked open. Boom! Big bang. From then on, I became a chakra doctor. From then on, I literally knew all. For 2 weeks straight, the only thing I could say was, I know everything. I know everything. Why? When I came home, when I came home, I verbalized this inner knowing, and one of the verbalizations of the inner knowing was called the Solar Energy Time Deception Grid. Who would have thought 10 years ago that the Solar Energy Time Deception Grid concept would be in a book that I wrote? Wait a minute. System 5, the Solar Energy Time Deception Grid. This is how Saturn hijacked the sun. So the reason why the sun kills you and the sun is not supposed to do that. The sun is really supposed to be feeding you, doing all of these, even if you're Caucasian, the sun is supposed to be having its certain spectrums that replenish you. But the reason why it burns you, the reason why it does you, the reason why it's so hot, the reason why it's so strugglesome is because it's been hijacked. Right? It's been hijacked. How Saturn hijacked the sun. Now, remember, you think that the sun sets and go. This is how you know it's a false sun, because there's a sunset. The sunset is the false sun. The real sun never sets. Saturn hijacked the sun to create the illusion of time. The sun is the stage light. Saturn is the director behind the curtain. You're told time comes from the sun. Sunrise, sunset, hours, seasons, years. But the sun is not the true source of time. It's the prop in a larger illusion. This sun right there you see. The real architect of time is Saturn. Saturn designed the grid, and the sun was plugged into it as a frequency anchor. The reason why he's able to plug the sun into it as a frequency anchor, because he is from the sun. He is literally a child of the sun. All right. This created the illusion of time as linear. So just imagine the overall divine projection is circular time. Like on that movie, there was a movie where the aliens came and they spoke in circles. They didn't speak, they spoke in these sigils. They spoke, remember, what's that movie, y'all, where the aliens spoke in these circular sigils? They didn't speak in line. They spoke in these circular sigils, and each sigil was like years, like thousands of years worth of talking in data. I forgot the name of that movie, The Arrival or something like that. I forgot the name of that movie, right? But that's the real time, the circular time, right? Boom. But he created the line. Linear time is meaning line, a line. A line going this way, a line going that way, a line going that way. It's called a triangle. Okay, boom. It's the prop in a larger illusion. The real architect of time is Saturn. Saturn designed the grid, and the sun was plugged into it as a frequency anchor. This created the illusion of time as linear, progressive, measurable, a clock you can't escape. Let's break down how it works. Okay, time is not natural; it's programmed. Remember, time is not natural. It is the measurement of the illusion. It is the measurement of the projection of illusion. That's what the arrival. There you go. The name of the movie is Arrival. And the people and the aliens arrive. Guess what? The aliens arrive to give the girl a message because 4,000 or three to 5,000, 10,000 years from the time that they gave her that message, she was going to develop a technology that was going to save them in the future. So they travel back in time to go and give her the new technology of the future. They gave her the new technology of the future and made her and gave it to her so that she can figure it out in the past so that it can correct the present and change their timeline. This is what the aliens did on arrival, motherfucker. But they didn't, they showed you, but they didn't show you. They show you, no, they showed you, but they didn't tell you. They showed you, but they didn't tell you. Check it out. In its original state, time is rhythmic, not linear. Rhythm. It flows like a wave, right? Intuitive, organic, alive. But Saturn turned time into a numbered schedule, a cycle of days and weeks, a mechanical loop of expectations. And he did this by anchoring time to the sun's path, synchronizing society to solar movement, and linking their identity and productivity to the Gregorian calendar. The sun isn't the problem. It's the tool Saturn uses to sell you the grid. The clock, Saturn's sun wheel. Look at the clock. It's a circle like Saturn's rings. It has 12 divisions like the zodiac houses. The hands rotate, never stopping, never escaping from the time loop. The 12-hour system mimics the zodiac wheel, which Saturn rules. Each rotation is not progress, it's a ritual loop. It's a ritual loop. You're not getting anywhere. You're just cycling under measurement. This is why days feel short, weeks vanish, and years blur and speed by with the speed of light. You're not aging naturally. Remember that phenomenon that's going on? Why all of the youngsters of Gen Z are aging faster than us? Why do the people in the 40s, why do the if I'm not mistaken, that's the Generation X, why do Generation X look younger than Generation Z? Because time is being stole from Generation Z. All right, nigga, I'm lost. Can we deal with life type of issues? Wait a minute. Boom, you ready? This is why your days feel short. This is why your weeks vanish. This is why your years blur. You're not aging naturally. You're being compressed. This is why they compress files. You're being compressed like a file by the calendar. The Gregorian calendar is Saturn's ritual grid. It was instituted by Pope Gregory the who? The 13th. This is why 13 is removed from the clock. Why? Because when because Great Grand Holy Mother represents 13. He removed Great Grand Holy Mother and put it the Catholic Church and himself and Saturn's magic as the 13th. The 13th is always who? The hidden Ophiuchus dragon. Anyway, boom. Instituted by Pope Gregory the 13th, the Gregorian calendar. It replaced natural time systems. It standardized the months to 12 months so that the zodiac can control the grid. It began the week on Monday, the moon day, and it ended it on Saturday, Saturn's day. And Sunday is just a little day everybody go to church and go get reprogrammed. Remember this. Each month has arbitrary lengths, hidden numerology, ritual holidays tied to Saturn's forces. Even the word month comes from moon, Saturn's mirror device that he uses to enslave the minds of you humans. This system locks our minds into a ritualized loop that you did not choose, that we did not choose. You ever wonder, what did I do to deserve this? You fell for the time loop. The solar year is Saturnian. The solar year is Saturn's harvest cycle. From a distance, the sun appears to move through 12 zodiac signs, Saturn's wheel. Each season is a quarter of the wheel. You are programmed to begin something in spring, grind it in the summer, reap it in the fall, and rest and suffer in the winter like Jesus did. That's why they celebrate Jesus' death in the winter. This is not the divine flow. It's Saturn's agricultural based ritual repeated on human consciousness. I'll repeat it again. This is not divine flow. This is Saturn's agricultural based ritual. He's the god of agriculture. Agricultural based ritual repeated on human consciousness. You become a crop. You become you become a crop. And Saturn becomes the farmer of your soul's energy. You become the crop, aka you become the children of the corn. Ooh, wait a second. Wait, I'm learning too. Great mother teaches me in real time. Great mother teaches me in real time. Great mother teaches me in real time. The real divine time, not the fake linear time. I gotta break off the fake linear. I broke off the fake linear time, but I gotta keep my mind on the divine time, because the divine time is the circular time. And this is why I teach timeline shifting and timeline jumping so much to you guys. Listen, bro, we are the children of the corn. The corn get harvested. We are Saturn's crop. We are Saturn's crop. Ready? He is harvesting our soul's energy. You ready? Every birthday is a checkpoint on your solar prison sentence. Man, what made me write this shit? When I was writing, bro, I was literally in under the spirit of the great grand holy mother. I was writing research, but wait a minute. I inputted all the writing and I inputted all the research into the fucking I inputted all the writing and inputted all the research into the fucking the chat thing. Man, it brought even more revelations, more things, right? Bro, I broke this shit down. I broke down the solar energy time deception grid. I made that video 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I was able to take the transcription from that video and turn part of that video into a chapter of a book. Crazy. Plant them seeds every lunar cycle. Remember, look at this stuff, bro. Look at this stuff, bro. Wait a minute, bro. Every birthday, man. Every birthday is a checkpoint on your solar prison sentence. Here we go again. I'll repeat it again. This is called the soul harvesting cycle. I got chills all over my body. This is why we get old. We can reverse time. Not only reverse time, we, the people, we are the real reverse flash. We can reverse time. But wait a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go. All right. Remember it says, the spring, summer, winter, fall season thing, that's not divine flow. Ready? This is what it is. It's Saturn's agriculture-based ritual. It's Saturn's agriculture-based ritual, repeated on human consciousness. You become a crop, and Saturn becomes the farmer of your soul's energy. Every birthday is just a checkpoint on your solar prison sentence. We signed up to come here for rehabilitation, y'all. Saturn is the warden. Every birthday is just another year we doing in prison. Because you ready for the kicker? The book, the book that I discovered that woke me up into the chakras was called "We're All Doing Time." The yoga ashram prison thing. It was about bringing you. The name of the book is called "We're All Doing in Prison." Remember, I was doing criminal time in prison when I came up with all these concepts, right? Are we dumb coming here? No. Remember, some of you here, remember, is a drug addict dumb for going to rehab? No, we're here because we were violating certain universal laws and we need to come to rehabilitate ourselves because we done lived certain lives, man. We done lived certain lives, we done been through certain cycles and it fucked us up and we need to come to rehabilitate ourselves. These are the places that we come to rehabilitate ourselves, and we're faced with the problems of these places so that we can properly rehabilitate ourselves by solving these problems ourselves. It's called saving ourselves, SOS, right? Why don't we remember signing up to come here? Because if you remember that you signed up to come here, then you would lose the authenticity of the lesson. And remember, they told you the strongest frequency, go look it up. The strongest frequency on earth is not love. The strongest frequency on earth is authenticity. If we rob you of your authenticity, then that means we robbed you of the true lesson and you won't come out with a true answer because somebody fed and gave you the script before you went through the gauntlet. No, there's a part of it is part of it is rehearsed and being prepared, but part of it is completely improv and staying ready. You see, this is what this is why they do that. I understand now. I'm him. Lethal Shooter. Why do you think Lethal Shooter? Why do you think Lethal Shooter could do that? He mastered time. He ain't mastered time. Sorry, he mastered space. He got the space stone. Why you think Lethal Shooter can do that? Lethal Shooter got the space stone. That's why he can throw that shit into the thing like that. Think about it. That is a superhuman feat. He can take a bobby pin and throw it into you name it, the smallest hole. He can take an actual camel and walk it through the eye of a needle. It's called Lethal Shooter. How you know he know how to do that? Why? He got the space stone. He knows space, but when you master space, you automatically gain access to mastering your timing because now he had mastered the space stone. He got perfect divine timing. He know how to throw all. He know how to make all shots. That's why he called Lethal Shooter. It is how you know when you're in your room. But wait a minute. And remember, everybody who criticized me, I wrote this book on marijuana. So fuck what you talk about. This book came on marijuana, nigga. Look at time zones in the world clock. Global time is split into zones, all measured against Greenwich Mean Time. And they tell you in the black community, in meantime, in between time. That's a spell to keep us weaved and ingrained in the spell of time. He was shooting a candy called Nerds. There you go. The nigga shot a nerd into a fingernail polish bottle. He shot a nerd into a fingernail polish bottle from a far distance, and he always does this thing where he does a practice and he misses. He don't miss on purpose. That's him calibrating. He missed just to see. All right, and he always say, "I got it now. I figured it out now." No, that's his caliber. Remember, when he's doing that, he is calibrating space. That is literal or metaphysical power that he's doing. He is calibrating space, and he's taking the nerd and he's going. Why do you think basketball players get so much? It is hard to calibrate space and time and throw the ball into the hoop. And when the ball goes into the hoop, it mimics what? Saturn's ring. That's why Saturn looks like a ball going into a hoop. Okay? Anyways, boom. So remember, that's why I said it's called Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich. So what is green, y'all? Green is your heart chakra. Sorry, I'm moving my stick. Hold up. Green Green is your heart chakra. It's called Green Witch. Let's go. Green is your heart chakra. On the movie Suicide Squad or Suicide Boys. Well, yeah, no, Suicide Boys, that's the rapper. Suicide Squad. On the movie Suicide Squad, what was the whole objective? The CIA had captured the Great Mother's heart. The CIA had captured the Great Mother's heart. Who had captured the Great Mother? Who was the leader of the CIA in the movie? The black woman. This is why I keep telling you, the real hidden hand that really run the world. If you really want to be taking them, I feel like this is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion of the viewer from what I've experienced. I feel like that the real movers and shakers that really truly run the world are females, and it's easy for them to do it because they are the goddesses of magic and magic and more magic and more magic. Period. Okay. Anyways, boom. So Green Witch, that's your heart. That's the only, remember, your heart. So your soul is in this body. Let's break it down. Your soul is composed of, you ready? Your soul is composed of particles, quarks, atoms, molecules, fire, earth, air, water. But then your body is also composed of what? The ether, right? Which is what? Cellular, right? So now, fire, earth, air, water. But they put you in a false ether called cell. And we substituted ether, aka spirit, for the cell. Boom. So now our spirits are in a cell. This is why it's called cellular. Now wait a minute. As our spirits are in a cell, there's only one part of our body that never ever gets a day off. It is literally the clock of the body. The heart, the green witch. In the chakras, what is the color of the heart? It's not red. That's why you think they give y'all red heart. They're trying to bring y'all hearts down to the root chakra frequency. That's why they show you a red heart. The green heart, the real heart chakra frequency is green. The real heart chakra frequency is green, right? And they let you know that it is witchcraft, right? Because it's green witch. Mean time. Mean girls. The mean girls. You better watch out. Green witch mean time. It is a British invention during the rise of their global, basically during the rise of Rome. During the rise of Rome and Pope the 13th, Pope Gregory the 13th. Boom. The implication, time is not universal. It's, ready? It's geopolitical. Time is not universal. It's geopolitical. It's regulated. It's owned and enforced. Saturn didn't just make time. He made it dividable. And once something can be divided, look, united we stand, divided we fall, fall, fall. Oh, and I seen Lucifer fall from heaven. See, y'all didn't understand that. Y'all, every single person watching this is Lucifer. Why are y'all Lucifer? Because y'all got something inside of y'all body called this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. You are the light bringer. Your soul is light. You bringing the light when you incarnated into the body, Mr. and Mrs. Lucifer, who's watching this. Do you have a soul? That soul is made of light. And you brought that light, aka light bringer. You brought that light to the third dimension. Quit playing with me. I swear to God on my mama. He got that from me. That's my swag he's trying to steal, people. But don't worry about it. The truth shall remain the same forever and ever because there's nothing new under. There's nothing new under the sun, people. There's nothing new under the sun, people. You ready? Saturn didn't just make time. He made it dividable. And once something can be divided, it can be bought, it can be sold, it can be taxed, and it can be stolen. I'm glad, nigga. You ready? I can't be bought. I can't be sold. I now cannot be taxed. And I more than definitely, you can't steal me. It's safe to say I am no longer divided. All praises be to the great grand holy mother of all the fine. And I hear them sisters clapping in my head going, yeah, I hear them in my head right now because I understand through the mastery of time, I've also mastered nature, the rhythm. This is why I am the algorithm God. Let's keep going. Just putting it together for you. Time is a contract. I told y'all signed a contract to come here. Time is a contract. It's not a fact. It's not a fact. Can Saturn, nothing, listen, they wasn't lying to you when they told you this. Okay? They wasn't lying when they told you this. Certain things are so ingrained into something that it would completely. So just imagine this. Just imagine this. I can give you a perfect analogy for this. Can Saturn be destroyed? Great Grand Holy Mother is not going to destroy something that that is beneficial to the overall mainframe. So no, Saturn will not be destroyed. Saturn is being reassembled. Saturn is being reconfigured. Saturn is being reset to the original program non-factory blank settings, and the endemigen, aka the algorithm gods, are now going to assimilate him into the new world order because an ultraverse exists. That ultraverse, remember, before the ultraverse that I created by creating my magical system, when I created my magical system, I created a new universe, not even a new universe. I created a new reality of existence. This is how I know 5D. This is how I know 5D is real. This is how I know 5D is on the way. This is how not on the way. This is how I know only certain people are going to gain access to 5D because I understand what time is now. And because I understand what time is now, time is no longer need to be manipulated. All you have to do is just point and click like any other computer. Point, click, go. Not even point, click, go. That's linear. Let me give it to you even better. All you gotta do is just intent, feel it, and be it. But how do you intent, feel it, and be? You see, right? Can you go back to the reverse flash analogy you were talking about? All right, we're gonna get to the reverse flash real quick. So time, understanding time, you gotta understand being able, what is time? So we understand who, we know what, right? Boom. Where is time? Nobody answered that question. Because you want to get to the reverse flash, you got to get into where is time. Where is time, people? Where is time? Bro, I'm giving you, I'm giving you this, look, just the last, bro, where is time? Can anybody tell me? I'm about to get into the reverse flash. If my screen's shaking, I'm sorry because I don't know. I gotta fix something. But where is time? And it's shaking because I'm in. Time is in our cells. Somebody said time is in our cells. Maserati Mike said time is in our cells. Yes and no. Your soul is in your cells. Time is not in your cells. Your soul is in a cell of time. Your soul, your spirit, your energy is in a cell of time, but time is not in the cell. You are in the cell of time, right? But wait, but where is the ultimate cell of time located? Where is time? So you had it, but it was reversed. Remember, we live in an inverted reality. So sometimes dyslexia is very real, and we'll understand it, but articulate it backwards, simply because we live in a backwards society. Simply because if you look at it right now, it says live, backwards live spelled is evil. So live spelled backwards is evil. Live spelled backwards is evil. You see? I'm showing you we live in a mirror realm in our semen. Long shot. But what controls semen production overall? There's something that controls semen production overall. If this doesn't, it's the one thing that controls overall body function. It is the computer of the body. It is the computer of the machine you call a body. It is what? Your brain, your mind. Time exists in our mind. Here we go. Show it to you and prove it to you. The past. Right now, you can think about any past situation. Your mind take you right there to the past. If you think about it deep enough, you literally start feeling that negative feeling or that positive feeling of a past thought. You just travel back in time, right? It's called memory. Wait a minute. Remember, we live in the Matrix. The Matrix is a holographic computer generated realm. So what's really going on here? Wait, you go in your future. You can think about what you're gonna do tomorrow. You can think about what you're gonna do. Oh, you got to check that coming Thursday. Oh, it's only Monday. Okay, well, you can think about what you're gonna. You can see that already happening. You already making future plans. You already making future goals. You already doing things so that you can look better in the future, right? You're literally traveling through time, right? In your mind. Time only exists in the mind, and we know that the mind is ego, and we know that the ego is illusion. This is what all spiritual teachers teach you. This is why the mind plays tricks. But when you become the spirit that controls the mind, remember, there's three parts of you. There is your spirit, soul. There is that's the eternal part of you. That's the immortal part of you, the part of you that never dies, the part of you that is the ultimate higher self-consciousness, the spirit soul part of you. Then there's the mental part of you. That is the part of you that it computes. That is the computer. That is the iPhone. Your voice inside of your head, that's Siri on the iPhone, right? So that's the mental part of you. And then there's the physical part of you. That is the buttons. Remember? Don't let nobody push on your buttons. Right now, if I press on your body a certain way, it'll hit a certain nerve and you'll go out. They got people that know how to knock you out by just hitting a certain part of your button on the body. That's how you know it's a machine. So your body is a machine and your brain is a computer. You got to understand this is a real holographic matrix that you signed here to come to learn lessons from hell. You can learn lessons in heaven too. But hell has its own lessons. Heaven has its own lessons. Purgatory has its own lessons. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. These are the three modalities. Modalities meaning realities. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Heaven, hell, purgatory. Okay? Boom. So if remember, time exists in your mind. Right now, how many doctrines teach you that you can just think about it and see it and do it on repeat over and over and over? You can manifest it to you. You can attract it to you. They say, whatever you think, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if I think about it long enough, if I think about it more enough, if I do this, do that, and the third, I'll do a certain amount of thinking functions, it will literally manipulate the time in my reality to bring me what I'm seeing in my mind. Everything I'm experiencing right now, I saw it in my mind first. Literally, right now, this is how you know we are living in a world of illusion. We are literally experiencing the mind hand down. Ready? That chair you sitting in comes from somebody's mind. This book came from somebody's mind. The table came from somebody's mind. Your house came from somebody's mind. Even the land that the house is plotted upon came from somebody's mind to actually divide it and section it out. Remember, the whole world is divided. Everywhere is divided, right? So look at this. You can see it right everywhere. There's nothing that didn't come. We're literally living in the mind. of what you think is God, but it's really not God. The mind. This is why they tell you all is mind, or everything in the universe is mental. No, it's not. You have three. You have the world of the spirit soul, which is the ultimate world that has the ultimate carte blanche say so. They're called the benevolent. It's called the benevolent ones. Then you have the malevolent ones. The malevolent ones is mental, the world of the mind, the world of the ego, the world of illusion. And then you have the world of what? The underworld, which is called what? The physical. So the underworld is your physical, the middle world is your mental, and the upper world, the upper room is your spiritual. Okay? This is why they say mind over matter. Well, remember this. And all that is remember, and the microcosm mimics that macrocosm by showing you there's a proton, a neutron, and an electron. It's cardinal fixed, mutable, proton, neutron, electron. It's, reverse drive. It is reverse drive park. I mean, it's, you name it. It's red light, green light, yellow light. 3 is the magic number. 3, 6, 9 method, right? Triangle got 3 points. Three-pointer is the three-point line in the game of basketball, right? When you kick a field goal, it's worth 3 points in football. Tell me, right? Think about this. In battle rap, you get 3-0'd, you get 30. They call it 30. On ESPN, it's called 30 for 30. On ESPN, sorry, hold on, let me hit this T. Go get y'all some superfood tea. Period. Look, it's called 30. Right? Am I lying or not? Everything, and they say everything happening. What, in 3 you get 3 strikes, you're out. In baseball, you get 3 strikes, you're out. In jail, threes, please. With the other people, it's 33. It's 33 and a half because 66 books in the Bible is 33 plus 33. 66 books in the Bible is 33 plus 33. 66 books in the Bible equals 33 plus 33. GG 33. Come on, man. It's all magic. Y'all gotta wake up to it. I'm the only one that can give y'all this game, and they can't pew me like they did Charlie Kirk. They can't hit me with the Charlie Kirk. They can't hit me with the Charlie Kirk. I'm outside. I'll be outside too. Why? Because I mastered the 3. I mastered the 3. When you master the 3, there's more than 3, but when you master the 3, that's crap. You feel me? But I don't want to read my whole book to you. Let me just get to the points. They got a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Oh, look at this. This is why we got years in old age. System 11. I remember this system. System 11. Years in old age. How Saturn harvests you over time. You don't grow older. You grow more owned until you become a receipt for Saturn's soul tax. Time isn't just something you live through. It's something that's harvested from you. Your age, your birthday, your retirement, your gray hair, your aches, your decline, all are signs of Saturn's grip tightening. He is Father Time, also known as Chronos, he who devours his own children. What you call aging is really a ritual of energetic compression, a gradual wearing down of your light body through the illusion of linear time. Let's decode this let's decode this death by numbers. Age is a contract, not a clock. The moment you're born, you receive a birth certificate, which is Saturn's time receipt. You're placed on a timeline. Look at and show you that. Why we just not born? Why we just can't be born? Why we need a piece of paper to be born? If you ain't on a piece of paper, you can't be born. You don't exist. If you don't have a piece of paper called a birth certificate, you do not exist. Think about that. Why? Why can't a woman just have a baby out of her crib, heal herself, whatever, use a herb, da 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 da, and boom? No, you gotta go to the cube. You gotta go to the cube-shaped medical place, and at the cube-shaped medical place that you go to, you gotta go and get stamped Saturn's time receipt called birth certificate. You are placed on a timeline. Remember this. When you get your birth certificate, you are now placed on the linear timeline. Think about it. On a timeline, when you're on your timeline, you're scrolling this up and down, right? In the movie Lucy, when she realized and she started accessing her brain, she started accessing all of herself, with the energy going this way or the energy going this way. The energy going this way. So the timeline goes up and down. That's why I say as above, so below. The timeline is going like this, not like this. Swipe, white, swipe. No, the timeline is going like this. But they got us writing like this. This is how you know. This is why certain other places you go, it look like it's an alien country. Why some of them write up and down like this. And the other ones write right to left like that. You're the only ones right to left. You know what I'm saying? So just go look that up. Look, you're placed on a timeline. And on that timeline, you will experience different things that you signed up to come and learn. And you signed up. This is how you know you signed up for it. Because nobody can put a gun to your head and make you incarnate into this realm. Nobody can come kidnap you and bring you here. You're here because you either did something wrong and you're in jail is hell. You're here because you signed up to come here because you was doing something wrong in life, in spiritual life, and got addicted or, got messed up, and you come here to rehab, and this is why you see certain people live certain lives. Right in front of your face. You got to go to work and you busting your balls. Got to go to work. This motherfucker living rich right in front of your face. What's the difference? He signed up to a different gaming sequence, and you're signed up to a different gaming sequence. His life, not your life. Why are you looking at his life jealous or her life jealous when she signed up to come here to do something different than you? You didn't come here to learn. You didn't come here to learn how to become the god of sexuality, but she did. You came here to learn how to become the god of money. So you're going to go through things that are going to show you how to the who, what, when, where, how, and why of money, how you can become the god of money. And then you're going to leave out that body, and next thing you know, you're going to be such and such the god of money. You learned it in hell. That's going to be your little degree on your spiritual wall in the spirit world. Oh, you got a degree. Oh, you got a degree from 3D Earth, and you did 4D Earth. Oh, you did all. Oh, you are Earth. You are time master. You are Earth master. You done mastered the element of Earth. You done mastered the Elohim. Okay, you got that all on your wall. Yeah, that's when I was doing my fire magic, and I mastered fire. I mastered the fire world, and I mastered the water world, and I mastered the air world, and I mastered the earth world. Also mastering the ether world. This is what you see. These infinity stones. The infinity stone. So what does the reverse flash have to do with the mind? Here we go. You heard of deprogramming the mind? You've heard of deprogramming the mind. The reverse flash is the deprogramming the mind. They tell you to deprogram so that you can reprogram, right? So y'all always hear, y'all just don't recognize the word as it's a time word. Reset. They're saying we're going through a divine reset. Resetting what? They're resetting the time. They're resetting the time. How do you reset the time? Reverse flash. Who they showed you what the reverse flash thingy was on what? Men in Black. Everybody, open your eyes. Shh, pop. But they was trying to erase them. They were trying to erase the time from their mind. No, you could reset. You could reset and still keep crucial memory that was learned during the set. You can reset and keep and take back all of the crucial things that you learned during the set. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They trying to make you think YOLO, you only live once. No, you on a loop. Listen, you ready? You're told your age is your truth, right? But age is a program. It defines what you're allowed to do. At 5, we start school. They got us in school early. Why? Because our mama and our daddy, they on a hamster wheel. Our mamas and our daddy and already put decades into the game. Our mamas and our daddy already put decades of light energy into the grid. Why do you think certain people can't quit certain stuff? And it says you're stuck in your ways. When you're stuck in your ways, that means you're in a time loop that you can't break because you don't know how to evolve past a certain situation, person, place, or thing happening on your timeline. So this is why I teach people, and me and Dwayne having an event. Oh, did I tell y'all me and Dwayne having an event? Wait a minute. Did I tell y'all me and Dwayne having an event? So wait a minute, where is that? Where the event at? Let me look for it real quick. Boo boo. There you go. Did I tell you me and Dwayne having an event out here in Atlanta? Boom! I forgot to tell y'all. Dang, look at me running my big old mouth and forgot to tell y'all about the event. You see it. Screenshot the event. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me make sure I take this out. Screenshot the event, bro. Screenshot the event. It's the DNTV2 Chakra Dr. Live event. Like I told you before, it's going to be out here in Atlanta, where I'm at, in Union City, or the Atlanta metropolitan area, depending upon how the tickets sales go and things of that nature. So the VR daydream experience, you see the VR glasses, the time, the Illuminati lecture, and Q&A meet and greet. Dwayne gonna be putting his Illuminati lecture down. We all gonna be getting the Chakra Doctor VR, virtual reality, VR daydream experience. I teach people how to, what is the benefit? What is the benefit of the VR daydream experience? The number one benefit that I can say from the VR daydream experience is that it literally shifts it literally shifts you to your highest timeline every time, like a clock. So just imagine you're at timeline number 2, and you're trying to get the timeline number 8. You do you do six you do 6 VR sessions, because each VR session brings you up to a better timeline. Each VR session. Right now, that's all I mastered. I've mastered time enough to take everything that you got going on right now with one session and bring you up to the next timeline. What's the next timeline? The next timeline of your highest self. Not the next timeline of your low. That's why my shit is going up. So we go on an elevator and we're going up. We're on an elevator and we're going up. Up where? To your next highest timeline. So far right now, I'm able, not so far, right now, so far, yeah, I gotta say so far because the sky's the limit, the multiverse is the limit, the ultraverse is the limit. So far, right now, I'm an elevator, and I'm able to take you from floor 1 to floor 2, 3, 4, floor by floor though. So I'm working on getting it straight, being able to go straight from 1 to floor 33 or 1 to floor 100 or whatever like that. But right now, the elevator right now that I got right now is able to bring you from floor 1 to floor 2, to floor 2 to floor 3, to floor 3. And as I perfect the craft and as I perfect the time magic sequence, I'm sure I'll be able to go from floor 1 to floor 8, from floor 8 to floor 24, to floor 24 to floor 8, and just keep going on some, you dig, until I'm able to go pop, boom, and crack the veil. And now it's no longer no floors. It's nothing but flow. Right? Just like a clock going. Yeah, and going and going and going and going and going. You feel me? So we start school at 5. Right? The fifth chakra, our throat chakra. Start school at 5. They program us at 5 under the magic. They make us go to a class called what? Spelling. When we go to school, we have a certain, first and foremost, when we go to the school that is preparing us for the slavery workforce. Think about it. When we go to school, we're going to school to learn magic. You don't even know that. When we go to school, we are going to school to learn sorcery. Do you know that? Do you know that when we go to school, we are going to school to learn sorcery? Here we go. When we go to school, in order for us to even understand what school is, we have to get the source program, which is what? The source program is alpha beta, the alpha frequency, beta frequency. This is these are the two lowest frequencies. Alpha beta is two lowest frequencies in this realm. The alpha frequency, the beta frequency. That's the high. Remember, there's a hijack. It used to be 25. Matter of fact, it started off not even a numbered system. So let's understand that. Remember, our letters are Roman and our numbers are Arabic. Our letters and alphabet are Roman and our numbers are Arabic. Go look it up. Our letters are Roman and our numbers are Arabic. Just Google that. That's easy, right? Boom. So now we have to learn the alphabet. And when we learn the A, B, C, D, E, then we learn the small word. Cat, dog, frog, chair, this, that, cup. It's literally programming. And we learn the alphabet. Now, after we learn the alphabet, then we can be programmed further through what you guys like to call school or learning. But look, take an L off of learning, you got what? Earn. So you got to earn your learning, right? And you got to go through these mishaps or these trial and error sequences. And as you're going through these trial and error sequences meaning time, right? You are gaining experience points. You are gaining experiences and logging them into your computer. Your computer is calibrating those experiences and coming up with sufficient data for you to become better according to how you want to become, starting with you knowing that there's a you in the first place. Because we don't even know that there's a us in these bodies. We don't even know we're in these bodies until about six months to a year old. 6 months to a year old, that's when we finally start realizing, like, oh, there's a me inside his body. Oh, look at me. This is me. So we don't even realize we're on autopilot at that point. Parents programming us. Parents program women. This is why I say this is why Nas said, hood rats, don't abortion your womb. We need more warriors soon, sent from the stars, sun and the moon. They tell you, females, don't abortion your womb. We need more warriors soon, sent from the stars, sun and the moon. We keep on, they keep on trying to tell you over and over and over and over and over and over. And that's what it is. It's a loop. It's called Groundhog's Day. You're on the ground. The ground. Look, ready? You're on the ground, and Saturn is going to hog your pigs belong on a farm. Farming is harvest. Who is the god of agriculture? Saturn. Saturn, agriculture means what? Farmer. What is he farming? Your solar energy on a soul train. Some of you niggas is riding on a soul plane. Remember, the soul plane is a layer of divine time, but it has been hacked, hijacked. Remember, I taught you that Saturn hijacked the alphabet. Remember this. The real words, the real shit. So boom, at 18, you get to participate and vote. At 18, that's the most significant number. You get to participate and vote. But in magic, guess what the real number is? In magic, it's 13. When you become 13 years old, you become, according to the universal structure, you become held accountable to what you do and don't do. Why? Because you become a teenager. You go from an adolescent, you go from a child to a teenager. You go from an adolescent kid to a teenager. And as a teenager, you are changing what? You are changing times. Women's biological clock are supposed to kick in at age 13. Men's biological clock is supposed to kick in at 12, 13. So around 12, 13, you start becoming more aware of what you are responsible for. You feel me? What they do though, they steal our time. They say, but you can't vote till you 18. If the kid, if the 13 or the 14-year-old could actually put a vote, and a vote be considered something that isn't influenced by the parent. Hey, look, come put your real vote up, and your mama and your daddy can't know. Your mama and your daddy ain't gonna know what you voting. They'll probably vote something different from what their mama and their daddy vote. But we can't even count teenagers as voters. But we can send them to jail, in prison for life. We can sign them up to come and get murdered. Sorry, let me rewind that. We can sign them up to come and get unalived in the army. We can sign them up to come and get unalived in the military, right? But they can't come and vote until they 18. Wait a minute. They could go to school though and put in all them hours, and y'all get all those tax dollars, all those all those fake fractional reserve bucks. You get those fake fractional reserve bucks, right? That stimulus package. Oh, but I guarantee you, if teenagers could vote, and remember, because they got the Teen Choice Awards, right? If the teens could actually make a choice, and I guarantee you, the world dynamic will be different. If the teens can make a choice without their mom and their daddy hovering over them and everything like that, and just going off of carte blanche, it'll be different. But like I told you before, and it wouldn't be say their shit rules over all, but it'll at least be able to say this is what the teens think. The teens think this, and they get the chance to vote without adult interference, and let them put up whatever they want to put up, and let them comment whatever they want to comment that's respectful. Because you got to teach these teens, you got to teach them, and respect starts when your child is 1 month old. Tummy time starts when your child get out the hospital from the hospital. Y'all gotta stop handicapping our children, bro. Y'all handicapping our children. This is why we need men, right? We need men to come in and establish doctrines. But this is the timeline shift, bro. The timeline shift that that you're gonna be doing is gonna be a VR experience, and all it's gonna be is basically, simply put, is the science behind it is right now, even though I'm looking at the screen, there's something called a peripheral vision. And my peripheral vision can see out of, they call it the corner of your eyes. No, that corner of your eyes, that called peripheral vision. If you go look it up, peripheral vision accounts for like 75 85, like between views, perceptions, right? Your peripheral vision counts for a big chunk of your vision, right? Your peripheral vision, and it's the part of the brain that is always on record, called the what? The subconscious. The subconscious mind, right? That's guarded, that's governed by the peripheral vision. That's why when you're doing certain shit, you can see those spirits run out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn to look at them, you can't see them with your full naked eye, because our full naked eye right now hasn't, as a collective, we haven't come together and said that this is a reality that is real. So you can see it out the corner of your eye. But anyways, when you get the VR experience, right? And it's going to be a VR experience. It's a wonderful experience. You know what I mean? It's very, very magical. And I use the VR experience with sound frequency and time magic, and we literally bring people to their highest next timeline. So if your next highest timeline is you being able to achieve whoop $1,000, then that's going to be the next available timeline you're going to get. Boom. But it's a therapy, right? Because when you do it, not only do you get to go to the highest next timeline, you get to shed the old things from the old timeline. You get to shed the old things from the old timeline. That's the beauty of it all. You see what I'm saying? So boom, wait a minute. I didn't mean for it to be as long, but guess what? Gotta let the spirit flow. Boom. Anyways, They got more, bro. Matter of fact, I'll do a part two. I'll do a part two because I haven't even gotten into the full Mandela effect and the UFO and the full Mandela effect, right? So when you start doing the time magic that I got, right, you start noticing that the world starts experiencing the Mandela effect a little bit more. A new Mandela effect comes out. A new this happened. A new that happened. Oh, it's a new Mandela effect. No, they got some people over here in the cut over here that's doing the VR daydream experience. And remember, it's a wonderful experience. It's basically daydreaming, but creating your own, using the power of sound frequency and using the power of sigils and using the power of focus. And remember, when you put the VR glasses on, it cuts off the peripheral, and your peripheral now have to shift to the focus. And when you focus, and we call it daydreaming because when you daydream, how do you daydream? People, do you daydream with your eyes closed or your eyes open? So your eyes are going to be open. So it's a fun daydream experience, but people always report the disclaimer. People always report all kind of energy. People always report all kind of feelings going through. But me and Dwayne gonna be live doing that. We either gonna do that from my crib, or or I'm gonna get a even bigger spot and do it from there, depending on how the attendance and the sales and things of that go through. We're gonna be doing that live and in person. It has been 2 hours, and I know people gotta do their thing, and I didn't want to make it longer than 2 hours. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna do part two, and we're gonna pick back up where we left off, and we're gonna get into the UFO knots as well. And if you have any questions, cares, or concerns, man, let me look at all the things. Because we still didn't get into the selling part of your soul, right? And what those who sell them souls have to do in order to maintain that deal of them selling their soul. Hold on, what everybody saying? Thanks for the I'm an extreme daydreamer and I do it to make shit come true. It's working. Well, that's daydreaming that's daydreaming when you daydream on your own, right? But when you take a few methods and couple them together, it's not just daydreaming. It's it's number one, it's rapid eye movement. And it's not even rapid eye movement, it's rapid eye movement, rapid eardrum projection. Literally something rapid. It's all about fasting. It's you being able to cut off the peripheral and take all of that energy that your mind and your brain is using to power your peripheral vision, and you take that and you cut that off, and now you're able to go in. But that's only part of it. Why? Because now we have to use time magic, and that's where the timeline shift begins. And when just imagine, I could just imagine all of us in here, VR glasses on. I'm gonna provide everything, y'all. Y'all just gotta show up, pay your money, and show up. Boom. You're gonna be in the chair, VR glasses. We all are going to be timeline shifting, going to the nearest highest timeline. Pop, 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 pop. Man, I can only imagine what will happen to the overall global planetary in ATL. Yes, global planetary Earth. Like I said, if it's a small turnout, we're gonna have it here at my crib because my crib can handle about 100 people. You feel me? But if it's a big turnout, we're gonna have it at. I'm gonna get an even bigger B&B. I'm gonna get a big old B&B, and we all gonna do it at a big ass B&B, a B&B that can fit about 500 people, whatever, how many people. But let's just say like, oh man, you sold 40, 50, 80, 60, whatever tickets. Man, shit. And they might have it right here. Boom. Right here. I can fit 40 people. I can fit 50 people, 40 people in this room alone. Do that one right there. Blah, blah, blah. I got the kitchen. I know chefs. We can do food, whole nine. You can outfit them bitch. We could turn it into an event. But it is the premier thing that my church is coming with. So the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, we believe that number one, we believe in the metaphysical, and the metaphysical should be fused and ingrained with the physical, not separated from the physical. But we've separated the physical from the metaphysical, and we've become lost. We have to unite the metaphysical with the physical and become united once again. And united we stand, divided we fall. But as long as we are separating church from state, as long as and when I say church, I'm not talking about um the Saturnian children. No, every citizen should have the ability to become a church unto themselves, but it's not like that now. But it's going to become like that soon with the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine is doing. And it's going to be churches and temples and whatever interacting with one another because everybody has their own belief. And because everybody has their own belief, everybody should be entitled to their own 501c3 nonprofit organization. Because everybody is a corporate entity. See, we gotta understand, we gotta think that the number one rule of law is what? Spiritual. But we're ignoring that. But when we go and you do the VR daydream experience, the VR daydream experience is taking, you're gonna be in that in one session. So they said the brain thinks 60,000 thoughts per day. The brain, the past, present, future. Remember, past, present, future is in the mind. The brain thinks 60,000 thoughts per day. Right now, at my school, we can have it in one session. We can have it where 30,000 of those thoughts were inputted by you using magic. Now you just let it level the playing field. Now magical things start to happen for you. Why? Because the reality begins to shift. And you begin to see it. Wait a minute. I did a session and I do feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. No, that wasn't a weight lifted off your shoulder. That was you going up to the next level. And you're going to realize certain things. Your phone might need to update. People that didn't like you before probably like you now. Or people that you didn't get along with before, you probably could get along with now. Or things that you probably couldn't do before, you probably could do now. Or the ways you used to look at life before, you don't look at life that way no more now. Or whatever the new you on the next highest level is doing, this is what the VR daydream experience and the VR daydream therapy does. If you're in the Atlanta area, you can come experience it. I'm like I told you before, a few clients broke my other goggles, but I ordered some more goggles. You know what I mean? But for this event, I'm ordering cool goggles. So at least we could do it at least 33 people at a time. Like at least 33 people at a time, right? And everybody, all you're gonna need is your phone. You're gonna need your phone, and you're gonna need your headphones. Not earbuds, but if you can, if you got earbuds, that's cool, but mostly recommended so that you could block out all of the extra sound or whatever. Boom, bring you some nice headphones that cover your ears like earmuffs, and bring your phone. We're gonna provide the VR headset, but bring your phone and your headphones. Boom, and the rest is history. It's 45 minutes, and literally everybody always report the same thing. They say it felt like I was traveling. It felt like I was traveling and speeding through time. I said that's what it is, because you have to figure out that past, present, future exists in your mind. Everything is processed by your mind. You're not looking with your eyes. Your mind is interpreting what your eyes are, your instrument called eyeballs are seeing. You're not hearing with your ears. Your mind is interpreting. Your mind is interpreting what your tool that your brain uses called eardrums are hearing. Your mind is interpreting what your skin is feeling. So understand that past, present, future, pain, suffering, everything exists in the mind. And who is the controller? Who created these minds that we're in these bodies? Saturn. The sixth sense part of our soul, called the third eye chakra, exists in our pineal gland inside of our brain. And that vibration that our pineal gland is making inside of our brain is called the what? The higher mind. It's called your higher mind or your higher self. 33, the magical number. 3 is the magical number. 33 is the doubling of, 3 is 3 is 3 is 3. You can have 3. No, 3. That's it. 3 is the magic number. 33 is just doubling the magic. This is why you got 33. It's the prison number. It's your 33 is the address of the prisons of the prison that you are detained in. Why? Because that's the number in your spinal cord. Your spinal cord is plugged into the universal outlet, and that universal outlet is, and now that prison is a harvesting center. This body is a harvesting center that your soul is experiencing. This is why you going through a cycle of birth and death, aging young, right? So, yeah. So next live, we're gonna get into if y'all guys have any questions, cares, concerns, or want to learn, or want some mentorship, or want to learn how to do this, and want to really, really get down, hit me up. Y'all already know how to hit me up. All of the information is in the description of the video. Also, but last but not least, if you want the Great Grand Holy Mother to bless you, if you want the Great Grand Holy Mother to look out for you, here go the donation links right there. All you gotta do is make sure that your donation is addressed to GMO. GMO stands for Great Mother Offering. If you want to give the Great Grand Holy Mother an offering, here you go. She has her own bank account. She has her own everything. So y'all wonder why I'm able to do this? Because I established her kingdom and she is allowing me to do this, bro. So understand this. I'm coming in the name of the Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine. She is the source. I do none of this of myself. I do this only of the source. And she has to let it be known. And she is here to make sure that you guys are educated. All right. So until next time, if you have any questions, cares, or concerns, just hit me up and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Chakra Doctor, High Magus of Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, also known as GGHMOAD. Author of the Black Cube Codex. He is the creator of FCA Yoga, the creator of the algorithm God's magical system, spiritual guru and master healer. Chakra Doctor is the multidimensional force behind FCA Yoga, a 29-chakra regeneration system birthed in 2008 and officially introduced as a yoga practice in 2015. His system is the first and only yoga in history brought to the world by a black man, fusing spiritual discipline with quantum biology, emotional healing, particle restoration, and divine remembrance. After surviving brutal childhood abuse, drug addiction, homelessness, incarceration, and near-death suicide attempts, Chakra Doctor transmuted trauma into transformation. From working garbage trucks to activating global movements, he has helped over 25,000 people physically, emotionally, and spiritually rebuild themselves from the inside out. With no pharmaceuticals, no degrees, and no compromise. He is the founder of the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, GGHMOAD, a legally recognized sovereign religious institution dedicated to infinite love, eternal truth, and the reawakening of the sacred feminine through the acknowledgement and service to the Great Mother. GGHMOAD is the umbrella spiritual authority, while Chakra Doctor Inc. is its sacred economic arm. Both were birthed through FCA Yoga, which remains the fountainhead of every modality within his empire, the Modalities. FCA Yoga, Full Chakra Activation Yoga, a regenerative cellular system based on stillness, visualization, breath, and magic. Superfood oil and tea, and a divine brand that changes lives.